Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. I've got some good news and I've got some bad news. What do you want first? We're going to start with the bad because yesterday it seemed like the sky was falling for Tennessee football. We start with Sammy Brown, Cam Fountain, and then J.J. Harrell. The DMs, the messages are blowing up. I'm actually live after most of the news comes out. Everybody coming into the chat saying, Boogie, did you see this? Boogie, did you see that? It's over. What is happening? The sky is falling. Our pets' heads are falling off. Guys, it's going to be just fine. We're going to take a look at all the negative news from yesterday for Tennessee football, and I'm going to give you a response and why I think Tennessee is going to be just fine. But first and foremost, do me a favor, smash the thumbs up just below the video. I would appreciate it. It's quick, free, and easy, and it does help the channel. Also, if you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We're not media. We're not talking at you. We are talking with you because we are building a community of Tennessee fans right here on the Talkin VAWLS Network. If you want to be a part of that, make sure you subscribe and click that bell for notifications so you don't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Had a fun live stream last night. I'm live every single Monday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. We disguise it because we're playing video games, but we talk Tennessee football all night long. So come join those. Also, this Wednesday, tomorrow, June 7th at 7 p.m. Eastern time, myself, Coach Jay, going to do a live film breakdown for George McIntyre versus Deuce Knight, two of the top quarterbacks in the class of 2025 that Tennessee is very much in play for. And then next Thursday, June the 15th, 7 p.m. Eastern time, Sports Talk Jay is going to be in the house, and I think a lot of you guys will enjoy that conversation. But let's get into it. Yesterday, not a good day for Tennessee football. Let's start with this. Five-star linebacker Sammy Brown pulls the trigger, commits to Clemson, and I know a lot of you were upset. A lot of you had him as a priority target, as did I. All I can picture is Arian Carter, Sammy Brown, side by side. The truth is, the reality is, Tennessee's got to continue to develop or start to develop elite level linebackers. Look what Josh Heupel does with the wide receiver position, putting guys into the league. Look what Rodney Garner does with the defensive line unit, puts guys into the league. Tennessee has got to start to prove that they can do that, and I would say it probably starts with Arian Carter that committed last cycle. If Tennessee can do some stuff with him and get him developed and get him to the league, then some of these top linebackers are going to take notice. But look, there's no need to freak out or panic about Sammy Brown committing to Clemson. All along, we kept saying it was a Georgia-Clemson battle. It seemed like Clemson kind of started to take the lead. So I'm glad to see him pull the trigger for Clemson instead of Georgia. I would much rather him be outside of the SEC. And look, Tennessee's got plenty of options at the linebacker position. Sammy Brown was always kind of that pipe dream. Tennessee never really got out front there. We kept saying they're swinging, they're taking their shot. That's how recruiting works. Tennessee very much in it for in-state prospect Edwin Spillman, four-star linebacker out of Nashville, Tennessee. Obviously, he's the little brother of Nate Spillman that's currently on the football team. Actually just helped move his brother in not too long ago. Tennessee in a very good spot there. Edwin Spillman's going to enjoy the process. Spoiler alert for later in the video with the decommitment of J.J. Harrell. This is how you enjoy the process. You want to enjoy the process. You do that before you make a commitment to a coach, to a team, to teammates. Tennessee also heavily involved with Tylen Singleton in a good spot there. Four-star linebacker out of Louisiana, 6'2", 200 pounds. Also recruiting Jordan Burns out of Georgia. Also a four-star prospect according to the On3 industry rankings. Now, you know, these guys all have official visits coming up. It is a very busy June. We have talked about just how busy Tennessee is going to be in June. Edwin Spillman scheduled to be on campus for an official visit the weekend of June the 16th. Going through my list here, it looks like Jordan Burns, the linebacker, will also be in town that same weekend. And then I believe Tylen Singleton is June the 23rd. So all three of those guys, Tennessee has been targeted. Tennessee has been working towards. I think they're looking to take two linebackers in this cycle, in a good spot with all three of those guys. I think you're going to get Spillman and then one more. Is that Singleton? Is it Burns? I don't know. We will continue to follow, continue to keep you guys up to date on that. So Sammy Brown, pipe dream. Love to have him. Kind of like Jaden Riddell. I think Tennessee was probably a little bit more in it with Jaden Riddell than they were Sammy Brown. Look, they took their shot. They swung for the fences. And you don't land them all. It goes back to the conversation we've had multiple times. When you cast that wide net, you got to get some of them. And that's the concern, right? It's fair to ask that question. Boogie, when are they going to actually land some of these guys? We can't keep being in the conversation. We can't keep being in the mix and not getting it done for some of these guys. Now let's move on. Let's talk about another guy that was trending towards Tennessee. This one maybe stings just a little bit more. This one maybe burns just a little bit more. Cam Fountain. commits to USC. Tennessee was thought to be in a very good spot there. Tennessee was actually trending for Cam Fountain for quite some time. Felt like they were in a great spot. Now, what happened? He takes the trip to USC, comes home, pulls the trigger, and it's a done deal. Why were the predictions coming in? Why were the crystal balls coming in? Why was there so much momentum? Well, inside baseball, Austin Price of VAWLS.com actually put this out on the message board. Said that Cam Fountain told the coaching staff that he was in, that he was going to come to Tennessee, said he was going to commit and pull the trigger on August the 4th. So this coaching staff is surprised. They are stunned that Cam Fountain actually jumped in and committed to USC. They were told he was coming to Tennessee. That's inside baseball. That's how recruiting works. That's how when AP, when Chad Simmons, when Steve Wiltfong, when these guys put out information and I bring it and we talk about it, you got to realize behind the scenes, you're still leaning on a 17, 18-year-old kid that is, look, we can talk out of both sides of our mouths. We can call them liars and whatever we want to say. These kids are trying to make the best decision for themselves, and that's what they should do. So you go do what you want to do, and Rodney Garner's going to go do what he wants to do. So now Rodney Garner has to fill the void. Who are you going to replace Cam Fountain with as he's off to USC? Well, first and foremost, I think they're going to continue to recruit Cam Fountain. Now, he was scheduled to come in for his official visit. Let me look through the list here. I think it was June the 16th that he was going to be on campus. Now, will he continue to take visits? I don't know. I don't know if he'll continue to do that or not, but Tennessee's got plenty of targets that they can replace at that edge position or on that defensive line. You've got Camarion Franklin that Tennessee is also trending towards. Now, does that mean he's a guarantee? Clearly not. Clearly not. It's not a guarantee. You've also got Elijah Rushing that Tennessee is pushing for, Jordan Ross. Cam Fountain was actually scheduled to be on campus June the 23rd. That's when he was supposed to take his official. So the question becomes, does the coaching staff, does USC, do they allow him continue to take those visits? And again, we can talk out of both sides of our mouth. We're going to do that with J.J. Harrell in just a second. I'm curious to get your opinion on this. When kids give a coach their word, they say they're coming, they say they're committed, they're going to make an announcement at a certain date, or J.J. Harrell that we're going to get into. Let's go ahead and get into it. You guys know Rodney Garner's going to get his on the defensive line. I'm not worried about the defensive line unit. I think we missed out on a good prospect, but I think Tennessee is going to be just fine. But let's go take a look at J.J. Harrell. Backs off Tennessee commitment, reopens recruitment, and this is going to open up a conversation. One of the country's most dynamic pass catchers has pressed reset on his recruitment just as recruiting season heats up. On-3 wide receiver J.J. Harrell backed off his commitment to Tennessee on Monday evening. His decision comes on the heels of several visits in-state to both Ole Miss as well as Mississippi State. Says, I'm just taking the process slow. I want to make sure I make the right choice. I got no problem with that. We've seen this coming for quite some time. Here's a quote. My recruitment is just still wide open. I'm enjoying this process that I've earned. Most definitely, a lot of schools have been reaching out. I just had to let them know my recruitment was still open. I've got no problem with enjoying the process. We've talked about that multiple times. He goes on to say, this is where I get a little irked. Honoring my commitment is one thing, but enjoying the process and everything that I've earned is another thing. The two things in life that we rarely get are time and choices, so we've got to be wise about both. It's all part of the process, and I'm going to take as many visits that I can take. Honoring my commitment is one thing. Why did you make the commitment in the first place? If you're going to honor your commitment, honor your commitment. Now, that said, enjoy the process. I just think you went about it the wrong way. And again, we're talking about 17, 18-year-old kids. You do you. J.J. Harrell's got to make the decision that is best for him, his family, his future. I've got no problem with that. I think he probably should have waited to pull the trigger and commit. Again, we talk about guys like Boo Carter. Boo Carter loves the recruiting process. Boo Carter is enjoying the process. The same with Edwin Spillman. He's enjoying the process. You enjoy it, and then you make your commitment, and then you stay locked in and dialed in. It seems to me like J.J. Harrell pulled the trigger, and then he realized, hey, everybody else is getting to have fun, and I'm just sitting here. Nobody's talking about me. Somebody come talk about me. So J.J. Harrell decommits from Tennessee. Where do we go from here? Tennessee going to be just fine at the wide receiver position. They will continue to recruit J.J. Harrell. And again, the kid's a great player. He's a great player. He's trying to make the best decision for himself. I wish he would have gone about it a different way. Tennessee will continue to recruit him. We know Tennessee is going to get theirs at the wide receiver position. In a very good spot with five-star wide receiver Mike Matthews trending towards Tennessee. Does that go in one ear and out the other now, or are you following how fluid the recruiting process is? Ryan Wingo, Tennessee appears to be in that one. It's going to go all the way down to the wire, so we'll see if they can hang on. According to Steve Wiltfong, some of these insiders, Tennessee out front for the five-star wide receiver. Also, Amari Jefferson. Tennessee did a good job on the 865 live event. Seems to have got back even towards the top. I think Tennessee has a shot here to land Amari Jefferson. How many wide receivers are they going to take in this class? Do they take 3? Do they take 4? Plenty of targets out there. Tennessee's going to continue to work, continue to recruit. Again, you've got so many guys coming in town. You've got Jeremiah McClellan coming in on June the 16th, wide receiver. Braylon Staley is coming in town on the 16th. And then you've got the big heavy hitters, Mike Matthews, Bryant Wesco, one of the top wide receivers in the country, 5-star prospect. That's probably a long shot, but Tennessee's swinging for the fences. But when you're swinging for guys like Mike Matthews, Ryan Wingo, Bryant Wesco, all 3 of those guys are 5-star wide receivers. Can Tennessee get one of them? Can they get 2 of them? And you're going to be just fine. J.J. Harrell scheduled to visit on June the 23rd. I would imagine that he'll be here. I would imagine he's going to take that visit. Excuse me. Also, Amari Jefferson scheduled to be in town on June the 23rd as well. So you guys hit the comment section. Let me know. I really want to hear your opinion on this. When a kid like J.J. Harrell pulls the trigger publicly commits to Tennessee. And then also on the other side of that, we talk about Cam Fountain telling the coaching staff, I'm in the boat. I'm in the boat. I'll make the decision here. That's behind the scenes. Then he goes and commits to USC, completely stuns the coaching staff. We've had the same conversation about DeJoun Terry. The way he said that he wanted to be closer to his sick mother. That's why he was entering the portal. And instead, he goes and plays the NIL game and ends up at Oklahoma further away from his mother. You got to remember who we're talking about. We're talking about kids, and let's talk out of both sides of our mouth. We can talk about guys getting processed out by coaching staffs, guys being asked to leave by coaching staffs. I get it. It goes both ways, but I want to hear what you think. So hit that comment section and let me know. As always, make sure you smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. Make sure those memberships are up to date. Hit that join button down below. You can financially support what we are building around here. It's just $1 a month. You get custom Talkin VAWLS emojis, access to fan call-in shows, all kinds of fun perks and benefits. Also, you can go check out the merchandise, bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. We appreciate all the support. I know I threw a lot of information at you guys, but look, right before I went live, all this stuff started to trickle in last night. So I wanted to make a video, talk about it officially on here with you guys today. So I'd love to hear from you. Like I always say, if you don't have the money to give, donate, or join, then jump in the comment section, because that is quick, free, and easy. And let's talk a little Tennessee football, because this is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.